Hi, my name is Julie, and before meeting Dean, we had been through 3 mold remediations, and I was just not confident that we had gotten everything. Having been chronically sick for so many years, fear and worry was dominating my thinking, and I just was not content to ignore the nagging suspicion that there were more issues. But I didn't know how to figure out what the next step was, since we had been through 2 inspectors, we had been through 2 remediation companies, and I just wasn't sure what to do. And I expressed this concern to one of my doctors, who immediately said, "I know what you need to do." And she told me that I needed to contact Dean Melstead. I wasn't really sure why she was having me do that, but I had learned over the years to follow through on all the leads and ideas and suggestions that I had gotten. So I did. And my initial meeting with Dean was through a phone conversation, and he explained his story, which was an assurance that he had been there and done that, and that he was going to be able to help me to get the final answers that we needed. Dean and his amazing Instascope showed up at our home, and I loved the immediate results that came with the Instascope. There was just no comparing those results to what dust samples or air samples could provide. So Dean took time to test all parts of our house, which included our air filter and 2 remaining mattresses that I just didn't know how to make decisions about. And he was able to help me with information to make the best decisions. And Dean willingly addressed all of my detail-oriented questions, and he compassionately listened to the stories and lessons that I had been learning through this long journey. And Dean emphasized also that it was important to not panic in the decision-making process and to not let fear be in the driver's seat. And because of Dean's combination of skills of being an inspector, a remediator, and a remodeler, he was able to bring unique insights into our home. I had heard many, many times never to combine an inspector with any other part of the process of dealing with mold in your home. But it was clear to me from the very beginning that Dean operates with a high level of integrity, and I trusted him to be able to help us with the entire process. However, we only used him for the inspector part because of the long distance between us, but he continued to be a resource, and I was able to check in with him as I had questions about the remediation and the remodeling process. So we now have a mold-free home, which has allowed me to continue in that healing process. And without hesitation, I would contact Dean again if we moved or if I thought we had further water damage issues in our home. I'd also recommend him to anyone who is wanting to figure out any water damage issues they may have in their home. And if we had had Dean from the beginning, I am confident we would have been through 1 remediation instead of 4, and that would have been done with a lot less stress, fear, and worry.